Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Why
Good
am I by
morning,
myself?
gentlemen.
You're all by yourself.
What the heck happened?
I kind of like that. I thought I was waiting for something like dramatic.
That was
Yeah.
totally unplanned.
Yeah.
I don't even know what. I don't know what's going on this morning. Technology is not being kind to me.
I thought it was one of those put your quarter in and you see a striptease or something.
Yeah, that's almost what it was like.
It was more like the pen that's the stripper. You move the old
Yeah. Remember those?
pen. Yeah.
No,
Upside down.
Hopefully it's not going to be one of those kind of days, guys. But if it is, we will power through it. As you said, Zod, it wouldn't be nostalgia power, right? If we weren't having all sorts of technical issues. But anyways, good morning, everybody.
Good
I'm
morning.
glad you guys
Good
could all
morning.
be here. Good morning to everybody in the chat. I've been trying to say hi to them as they've been popping in.
That was the very first time that I tried leaving during that commercial. I'd never done it before, but I did it this time.
Well,
Ran all the way to the kitchen, all the way back, slid down the hallway.
so you're saying you
What did you-
disrupted
what did you
the
get?
cosmos and
You get a coffee?
Yeah, I shot a whiskey.
that's
I had
what you need to get going in the morning. Yep.
Yeah.
You're doing it right. Yeah.
Us sports people, we're very superstitious when it comes to that kind of thing.
Yeah. So
You don't get
excuse
up
me.
out of your chair. You don't.
Good for you. A shot of whiskey once in a while is good for your
Yeah.
health, bro. Really
Yeah.
is.
So don't get upset if I start saying things that's not right.
That's how I'll have the dump button ready.
Okay.
But isn't that what like back in the day? Wasn't it? They used to give kids like a glass of wine or something like that. Like, wasn't that like an
Yeah,
is that
they give 'em-
Italian thing?
They give them a little whiskey or rum on the nipple.
Is that
Like
what
a
it
help.
was?
Like a
Yeah,
help.
to like
Mm.
help for the teeth, right? When
Good
they're-
health.
That's
Good
what they would always say. It was for
That was
the teeth.
before they put fluoride in the water.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the fluoride's in the water. Well, depending on where you go, because there are some states in this country that are doing away with the fluoride because of
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's like the stupidest thing you could do. There's a reason why fluoride is in the water. So
Well, they're saying that it's
otherwise
Jay.
people would start losing their teeth.
that's what they say, but they also
Fluoride
say
and,
it's a
dental
chemical component from it's just waste. It's a waste chemical component that they just decided to sell off and make extra money on.
I mean, it hasn't killed us yet, right?
That could be
No.
too.
Hey, in Jersey, I've got a lot of other things that's ablating me in here, so I don't have to worry.
It's just a Jersey thing.
Exactly. Yes, Ralphie. It's exactly
Yep,
that.
I know. I had to have that one queued up. So, guys, this is I don't really call it a milestone, but this is the 40th episode of Nostalgia Power.
It's like 40 years of Mario.
Yeah, right. How about that? And that's
And if one more person asks me about the Nostalgia Power theme song, I'm just gonna like start blocking people, because here's the thing, okay? I don't control that. Okay, Mike Worley does that intro. Okay, it's not
You
my
trying to say
fault.
something,
Okay,
John?
I no, I'm just saying. I'm like, listen, it's all good.
Don't worry. I have your.
That
we
is
got
my
big
favorite.
plans.
That is my
We got-
favorite.
we got
Hey,
big
listen,
plans.
I'm like, hey, listen, because somebody was asking me about that the other day. I'm like, look, I don't know. Okay, I said I can make the song, but
Good
I
morning.
can't.
No, we yeah, I have plans. I figured, since we started once we came back, I was like, yeah, we're going back to Saturday. We'll go back to the original roots. But once we start approaching episode 50, which is kind of a milestone, I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, I'm surprised I
40
made it
episodes.
40.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, especially like, guys, if you knew me in the past, you would know this is like the last thing I would ever do. Like, I was one of those people. I hated getting up in front of people. I couldn't talk in front of people. I mean, it was like a fear, I hated it. So
Speech class was the worst. Absolute worst.
like, have me get up and read your reports and like all
oral
that.
reports. Yeah, oral
Yeah,
reports
it
were
was
the worst.
terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you would have told me like when I was 18 or 19,
I used to like to talk.
I'd be in front of cameras.
I was in speech club in high school, so I'm in the minority on you guys, because I used to love to talk. So yeah, I don't know.
But
I'll
yeah,
tell you
here's
what,
a
YouTube
lot
did
more.
help in that area to kind of, be able to speak a little bit more, be seen more. You know, 'cause,
Sure.
yeah, before that, I was a little bit more behind the scenes. If you notice some of my earlier stuff, I never showed my face.
It was just a lot easier.
You know why,
looking
right?
going.
Well, you just had that voice, you know. You were, you know,
I tried to stay
that
mystic.
radio voice, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's
And like
always a good thing.
and like Mike said, and also
Answer
a
it.
radio
Answer it,
phase.
Sab. See who it is.
I'm trying to like,
Yeah.
my
Put
phone
him on
slider
speaker.
wasn't
Put 'em on
working. I'm
speaker.
like, what the
Yeah,
hell's
put 'em on
going
speaker.
on here? I'm
We
not
have a
like,
caller on line one this morning.
no, the power. You calling me this early? You got to be a robocall because what the hell? I mean, it's early now, guys.
Oh, you should put him on
That's
speaker.
why I always like tell like my mom and my family, like, hey, guys, if you need to call me, don't call me at like random hours of the morning or the night, because I'm immediately going to assume that something
Yeah.
bad happened. You know,
I do the same
Yeah.
thing. I say the
you
same
got to tell me
thing.
something. Well, at least wait until like after breakfast or something like that.
Yeah. Although I can't stop it. My brother's drunk calling me at like 3 a.m.
Well, you get them sometimes. That you can't control.
If the show goes,
Depending on
I
who it is at the
woken
time,
up
you'll
this
know.
morning. I didn't even have to set my alarm because I got woken up this morning by my doorbell was ringing, and it was one of the most beautiful Jehovah Witness females I've
Jeez.
ever seen in my life.
Really? A
Opened the
female?
door, I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
I was like, well, that was a nice way to get woken up in the morning. Like at least be pleasant when you're ringing somebody's doorbell early in the morning, because this was before 8:30.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
I was blown away. I'm like, okay, great. Now I don't have to. Now I can turn my alarm off. So I'm like, do the lever. It's like, all right, guys.
Morning, Elio.
Oh, I had such a terrible time with those with those wonderful people. They came every single other day and rang this bell 100 times, to the point I hate to say it, but I had to trespass them. I had to officially trespass them.
You went all Jersey on them.
I went Jersey. Yeah.
Jesse, I'm like this. When somebody rings the doorbell, I learned a long time ago, just kill with kindness. Be as polite as you possibly can to people.
No, I tried that. I tried it, and it got out of control. And
They're very aggressive. And if you start the conversation, it won't stop. I was filming at the mall.
True.
I'm in front of GameStop, like I'm doing the video, and they got me off guard. And it's just like, what are you supposed to do? Eventually, you have to just completely walk away from them.
Yeah.
There's
It's
no
like that
reason.
scene
It's like
from-
talking.
Remember that scene from Airplane when the pilot was trying to go through the airport and everybody started approaching him, Jehovah's Witness, and he started flipping them all.
Jay, she was dressed really, really nice. She looked. I'm going to be honest with you. She kind of looked like, to me, she looked like an angel. She just looked spiritually like incredible. I was like, wow, this is. I could have listened to her, read lines from the phone book. I was
convert
so,
to anything you want, sweetie.
I was so mesmerized. I was just like, and again, the pamphlet or whatever, handed me a pamphlet. I'm like, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. like, yo.
Like they got all their people in the line. Like, who are we going to send out door to door? Like, it'd be the fat old guy, the elderly.
That's what I get.
You.
I get the fat old guy. And he's always teaching the younger guy, the younger skinny guy. That's all I ever get.
That's usually, what that is. That's usually the Mormons, because the Mormons usually come in packs. There's usually like 2 or 3 of them.
They come in packs like wolves.
It's like, but Jehovah Witnesses, I've noticed lately, it's usually just one. It's usually a woman. It's usually either like an older lady or a younger lady. It's usually one, where as like certain other religious groups, it's usually more than one person. So
you do need a handler, Phil. And speaking of Phil, I'm super jealous of you, man. I have to bring this one up. And you know where I'm going with this one, man. You got to meet the Hulkster and
the Hulk.
the Mouth of the South.
If I could go back, I got caught in the moment, guys. Because my dad takes me to see him in '86. I see him from like a mile away.
Did you remember that?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is as 7-8-year-old, 7-year-old, it was boring. Hulk Hogan didn't wrestle until the very last of that match. Like, so everything that
Okay, so
happened,
you
like,
went to a wrestling show. You
yes,
didn't
so
actually
I didn't,
go
you
to
know, you're sitting there
the meet and
waiting,
greet. Yeah,
Finally, he comes out to wrestle. Like, I remember sitting there waiting, but when I went to see him the other night, I was caught up in the moment when he got out of the car that I should have went right in. I should have went right in. I would have got closer, but
I mean, you were up close and personal, and you even yelled to him, and he responded to you.
yeah, I got that. It was
You know,
cool.
that's one of the things, Phil. I thought that was awesome, but here's the, I kind of am reminded of what you just told of when I met Bret the Hitman Hart. When I met Bret the Hitman Hart, he was doing a book signing at a local, I think it was either like a local Barnes and Noble or it was Borders Books at the time. I don't know. It was several years ago. And I remember meeting him. I remember walking up to him. He put his hand out. I shook his hand and he told me, "Thanks for coming out and seeing me." And I literally got starstruck looking up at Bret the Hitman Hart, and I didn't know what to say. I was like, oh, wow. Like, he was, because like when you see these people in person, it's just kind of, it's a very different dynamic. So I totally understand.
There's a fan in all of us. It's no different than seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger or Stallone. Like, if you see any of these guys, it's gonna hit you.
And Hogan, I mean, if somebody wrote a book on the 80s, which I'm sure they did, like, you would have to mention Hulkamania in there somewhere, whether you're a wrestling fan or not, because it was seriously that big. And then, whatever Hulk Hogan's future,
that's the shame.
Doesn't matter.
Guys, that's the entire shame of this. Is there's going to be, you're not going to please everybody. I wanted to relive a moment from the 80s. Like,
always, Phil, that's the point.
Every hero we have,
Hogan, the character,
right.
Like,
every hero we have is going to
right. You're not beat Malia. You're trying to beat Hulk Hogan.
No. It was hard seeing him get out of the car. Like, his body's taking a toll on him.
Yeah. Did he have the cane that he walks with now?
I didn't see a cane.
Like all hunched over. Tell you what, though, Jimmy Hart looks
pretty good.
He looks like he did 30 years ago.
Jimmy Hart never ages. He drinks the blood. He drinks the blood of virgins every morning when he wakes up.
Megaphone still. I mean, that had to have been a cool experience, Phil. I was happy for you on that one.
That's great.
He was in the state for 3 days, so he went to a lot of places, and each one of those it would have been different. Like, I could have met him at a Quickie Mart or a grocery store. I mean, he's promoting beer. Like, it's not like you're seeing the wrestler. He's just putting his face on a product, saying, because when he started talking about his beer, that's when I stopped recording. So I'm like, nobody really cares about that. I just wanted to show here's Hulk Hogan in a city that I grew up at. So that was cool.
Yeah. Obviously, probably.
So he has his face on beer now.
Yeah, that's true. Hockey talent. Wow. If you meet your heroes, most of the time, chances are that will. But so you tried the beer though, and I mean,
it's like a Miller Lite. Yeah. And guys, this is gonna sound terrible. I was buzzing after that one beer because I never drink, and that kind of. So I'm sitting there waiting for him. I was not like in the moment kind of like. I got starstruck. I had a little bit of a buzz going. Like, I wasn't all. I would have handled it a lot better if I would have just been drinking coffee. So,
hey, at least you didn't rip your shirt off, get beer muscles, and start talking smack.
It got crazy once he went
inside. A lot of people there.
Nobody moved. I thought that people would go up, and after they got a picture or whatever, they stayed there. So if I would have I don't know. There's nothing I could do about it now. But there was a couple of kids.
Plushie.
There were a couple of kids to the left of me, and once I realized that, I said, "I'm just gonna back off." Like, I didn't want to get aggressive. So
did the
Phil's pushing babies out of the way so he can get closer to Hulk Hogan. I your diaper. It's like, what are you doing, dude?
I could believe that, console fanboy. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Poor Hacksaw. Great guy.
Oh.
Yeah, lightweight Phil. I mean, maybe Hogan's beer is just that strong.
It was a
Yeah.
light beer. I mean, I'm not.
Oh, it was light
I'm
beer,
not gonna
wow.
lie, Jesse.
Wow.
Well, you're probably
I-
you know, running around on empty stomach and stuff.
He's
That
and he
doesn't help.
but see, this is the thing. Phil's used to caffeine, man. Phil's
Yeah.
always caffeinated. So yeah, alcohol is gonna have that effect because Phil's always gotta
Yeah.
go, gotta go. Yeah, no.
I feel like I have to try it too, Serge. I at least got to try it.
What's it called? Hulkamania?
Real American.
Real American beer.
Oh God.
That's what you should have done. You should have just kidnapped Hogan.
Dude,
Put him on
there was
display in your room.
I mean, there were a couple of guys with him, and I was when I saw him, I didn't want to get any closer than I was because they all stared at me, and I'm like, I'm gonna, dude. You know, you never know.
Eyeing you
I
up,
didn't
like,
want to
is he gonna
cross
do
the
it?
boundary here.
I mean, Hogan used to have bodyguards back in the day when he didn't need bodyguards.
His son Nick was there. I mean, there were
Was he?
plenty. Yeah, there were plenty of people that.
Oh, I watched that video, that embarrassing video when his son Nick got arrested. You watch that video?
Yes, I seen that.
The
Yeah.
police, and he
Down in
was
Florida.
so drunk,
Yeah,
and
ugly
it was
situation there.
horrible, bro.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Like living in your dad's like you got to understand. Like if your
Oh,
dad was
that-
larger than life, like
Yeah.
how do you ever live up to that? Like it's got to mess with you.
You couldn't.
It stinks.
And it's amazing he never really got into wrestling. I know he kind of did a little bit, like I mean, way later when
Wasn't
when
like
Hogan,
Ric Flair,
washed up.
like David Flair.
Yeah, right. Like it was like the
Well, Brooke
TNA
had the
days, but
genetics that
she
Hulk
did.
had, right?
She
I mean,
kind of had a little bit of a career, but I think Nick more or less just partied a little bit too hard. I think
Nick was like the redheaded stepchild of the family, you know.
kind of.
Oh, there's Nick screwing up again.
I mean, I kept thinking all day about Rocky 3. Like, look at Thunder Lips in
Thunder
Rocky
Lips,
3. Like,
yeah.
that's what I kept thinking. So when I
Oh.
saw him, I'm like, oh my god,
It's like a broken down old man.
The Rocky movies hit home,
Yep.
and
That was like
I
peak
was-
Hulk Hogan too. Like
Yeah.
right
I
before
mean, it was.
Hulkamania took off, when he was just humongous, and he actually did have 24-inch biceps.
Yeah. Wow.
Morning, stock jock. But yeah, either way, I mean, you got to meet Hulk Hogan, so you got to
That's
see him
right.
in person. You were that
and Jimmy
close.
Hart. It was
And
cool.
Jimmy Hart, yes. Like
know,
I said, Jimmy Hart
we-
looks like
this-
I don't think he's ever going to die. I mean, he may live on forever.
I mean,
and
think about the cartoon in the '80s. Like he was, they both
Hulk
were on
Hogan's
that
rocking
cartoon.
wrestling.
You know, it's just
Yeah, how many wrestlers in the Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling are still alive? Not many.
Boy, yeah, not too many at all. I'd have to look up and see who. I can't remember who all was in it, but not too many wrestlers from that era are still around
No,
anymore.
it's funny you said that because I was watching an interview with George the Animal Steel. He's a hell of a nice guy, you know. I didn't think he was even that nice of a guy, but
A lot of them are though, Jesse. Like
Yeah,
you
I
find
know.
out they play like these ferocious like animals in wrestling, and then they're like the
I know.
kindest guys, like teddy bears. Oh, he's just the nicest person.
he was, yeah. I mean, he's deceased now, but you know, it was
Yep.
an older interview. But yeah, he was a hell of a nice guy.
And those guys back then, I mean, they had to keep if they were out in public, they had to keep the character and the persona
Yeah, all the time.
going.
Yeah.
Like they
And-
couldn't be seen hanging out with a guy that they were supposed to be hating on, you know?
and you
Yeah.
got to understand, is everywhere they go, they're
Yep.
constantly being hounded. I mean, there's all of this. You never know what like version you're gonna get of that certain
What
celebrity.
version? Yeah.
And
I have
like you
that
said,
problem in mornings too. You don't know what version you're going to get him in.
depends before or after coffee, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Is this did this just happen? Did George Foreman die? Did he just die?
Did he?
I'm guessing he must have. You guys haven't heard anything about this?
No.
Oh, well, that's news to me. Another
Oh, last night, Serge Play said last night.
oh, no kidding.
On
Yeah,
Arcade.
yesterday, last night. I did not hear
Yeah.
that.
No,
Wow.
Yeah, me either. Wow.
He was pretty old though, wasn't he? He had to have been in at least in his
He was
70s.
76.
Okay. I mean, in judging with what he does for a living, you know, what he did.
Skid says 75.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Rest in peace, George Foreman.
Yeah.
Too
He
bad.
was a hell of a boxer back in the day, though.
Gosh, I haven't heard his name in years. Did we all have a Foreman grill?
Everybody
Yes.
had a
Yes.
Foreman grill.
I did. I did.
Yep, Ollie and Foreman. Yep, they're back to hugging it out. He was one of those guys, man. You guys remember the old Simpsons episode where Homer became the boxer and he couldn't be beaten because his head was just way too hard? That's kind of, they based that off of George Foreman. Like Foreman just had the punches, but he also could just take a beating and never go down. You couldn't knock the guy out. He had a head of a concrete block.
His head was like a truck.
Even he was fighting late into his 40s and still winning because guys just couldn't knock him out.
Yeah. He's a big guy.
Yep. Yeah, that was one of the classic Simpsons episodes.
They're streaming Simpsons 24/7 now. Like that just started.
Where at?
I think Disney. It's just Disney Plus has. I don't have Disney Plus right now, so I don't know if something's changed. But I saw an article where it's just continuous Simpsons nonstop.
Speaking of Hogan, he was supposed to be the spokesman for that grill. Now, I don't know if that's a joke, Hockey Town, but that's a long-running joke with Hogan that apparently he was involved in all this stuff, and he's known for stretching the truth a little bit.
Well, Hogan was part of that bootleg Nintendo cartridge. You remember that bootleg Nintendo cartridge that you could order through mail order? There was there was a bunch of like bootleg Nintendo games on it, and they were promoting it like it was.
I don't know.
Hogan was involved in that. Hogan and Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh no, wait, I do remember that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember exactly what it is though.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it right now offhand, but I just
remember
watching the videos on YouTube, and Hulkster came out, and there was Honky Tonk Man was into it too, and it was this big scam.
No, I mean Hogan. Yeah, apparently he was supposed to be in Van Halen, and he was like, he founded Elvis, and there were all sorts of crazy stuff. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it is like it has been fabricated over the years, and probably he never said, but
he cuts his visits very short. So if he's scheduled to appear somewhere, it's not as long as it's going to be.
How long was he there for? Do you know?
20 minutes. So it's supposed to be from 6 to 7. At 6:30, I thought I was chasing down his car. So I mean, he got there before. He got there before 6, and he left before 6:30.
Yeah. That's right, Serge. He said he was the original guitar player for Metallica, which he was not.
Stock Jock said he went to his first wrestling match last year, and he believes it's all scripted.
Come on now. Like, we'll be bringing that nonsense in here. Next thing you're going to tell me is Star Wars isn't real either.
Yeah, really.
I mean, that really didn't happen.
Next thing you're going to tell me Santa's not around?
Yeah. Like,
come on.
You're trying to crush my dreams.
Start spreading those rumors.
Here it is. I actually found it, guys. The Hulk Hogan shilling for this cartridge.
Yeah, I vaguely remember what you're talking about here.
Here we go.
Let's check it out. Oh, yeah.
Here, the Maxi Vision electronic game cartridge. Before we meet the players of today's challenge, I want you to meet our co-host, the one, the only Hulk.
I almost bought this cartridge because of this.
I've seen them on eBay.
Yeah, that's where I found it at. Man, how awesome would it have been, Phil, if he would have showed up like that and doing the whole...
You can't move like that now.
Now, Hulk, I understand you brought some pretty powerful coaches for these teams, right?
Let me tell you something, Maniac Mike. I've had challenges in my lifetime, but the Maxi Vision challenge is unbelievable. The coaches are ready.
Plywood.
We've got the Honky Tonk Man, brother. We've got Mr. Wonderful. We've got Polka Beware the Birdman. And if you think they're ready, just watch this, big dude.
This is the Honky Tonk Man of the World Game Federation, and I've got the rock and roll team of Tess and Dathan, and we're ready to accept any challenge in the Maxi Vision Power Video Challenge game.
Guaranteed to come out on top.
Right, Tess?
No problem.
All right, let's go.
Great plan. Great plan. Matter of fact, it's a wonderful plan.
Oh, God, is it
Paul,
falling
Mr.
down?
Wonderful Orndorff here from Maxi
wow.
Vision Challenge.
Wow.
And we're ready to take on anybody, right?
Paul Orndorff.
And it's going to be wonderful.
This is the Birdman Coco Beware right here on the World Game Federation. And I got the best
they got a
birds in
diverse
town.
group of
And
kids.
guess what, dudes? We're going to fly all over Maxi Vision. Isn't that right, birds? Oh, yeah!
Boy, this is going to be exciting. Before we get started, I want you to meet someone else here in the control tower. Richard Frick, he's with American Video Entertainment. He helped develop the Maxi Vision
Oh, yeah,
cartridge
this was
here.
the guy that came
Richard,
up with the
welcome here. Good to be here.
scam.
All right,
morning,
let's go
Thunder.
down the game floor. Hulk, are you ready?
Ready, Maniac Mike.
Okay, release the cartridges. Hulk releases the cartridges. The players are going to take it, go to their game stations. Richard, explaining what you mean. There are 30 games on this one cartridge.
Mike, not just 30 games,
First
30
multi-cart.
great games, 30 great games like these 30 right
We
here.
want to hear all about it. Save it, Richard, because we first have to introduce our judges. Our judges are a panel of 3 certified public accountants. Hulk, introduce our judges, please.
Maniac Mike, I'm right here in the heat of battle, brother. But this is the bottom line. This is where the scores are tied. And you guys, you better be accurate.
Boy, they better keep it straight. Let me read the official rules. Our team of accountants will assign each team at the following scores at the end of each round. 50 points for third place, 75 points for second place, and 100 points for first place. At the end of today's show, we'll find out who walks away with the Maxi Vision Power Video Championship. Now to choose which games we're going to play, since we can't play all 30, Hulk, take it away.
I think the
Maniac Mike,
scam
I'm
was
here
there
with
wasn't even
Juliana,
30
and she's
games
gonna
on
press
there.
the button to start.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look that up. I might, maybe I might have that game in my possession the next time we get on the air,
That'd be cool.
and as long as it's not outrageously expensive.
Maxi Vision. It's well, it sounds like a sounds like a tampon, but
Well,
let me look here
in
on
the
eBay, because
meantime-
I was actually looking it up too, because I was like, I wonder if you get it, if it would still play today. Probably
should, right?
you put Maxi Vision in, all that comes up is a bunch of pills. Well, hold on. I guess I got to put Maxi Vision Nintendo.
Yeah, I was able to find it somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's okay. The cartridge
You
is 17. There's a cartridge on eBay for $17.50.
Mike,
Oh,
get
yeah.
it and do a
I'm all
review on
over
it.
I'm all over it. I'll
There's
have it
no-
by next Nostalgia Power.
There's one, there's one for $190, complete in box.
I don't know if I'm gonna get that one.
So these actually exist. They're
The
still
loose
available.
cartridge. Yeah, it seems
the
that's
u-
more my thing.
Yeah, the loose cartridge. Yeah, $17.50. Oh,
Guys,
it
we
looks
have
cool.
to talk about this. We have to. I don't know. This just dropped, but I got real excited about this here. Did you guys see the trailer to this yet?
Yes.
I don't want to play it because for
Obvious
obvious reasons, but
You know what? The ending makes me want to see it. The last scene in the trailer.
doesn't it? Like,
That's,
right.
that did it for me.
In one of these weeks, we'll talk about like all the failed reboot movies and why they keep doing what they're doing. But
Money.
and I know I've said this
Yep.
before, but I feel like I actually have a little bit of hope for this one. I mean, it's Adam Sandler, right? Like he's usually pretty reliable.
Yeah.
Wait, you saw it, Ralphie? Is it out? It's out already? I guess I should read more about it. Wait. Okay, July 2025. I mean, Ralphie, if you saw it, I don't
I think he saw
not
the
gonna ask
trailer.
questions, but the trailer. But like how awesome was the original Happy Gilmore?
The only thing I didn't like
Classic.
about it is, why did they bring the guy from the Waterboy? This is Happy Gilmore. This isn't a Waterboy,
Yeah,
sequel. It's Happy Gilmore. I didn't understand. that.
yeah, because he has all his group of buddies that I think he'll sneak into the movie somehow.
Yeah,
There's no
he usually
comparison between the Waterboy and Happy Gilmore. Is
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the funniest movies.
Right. I mean, Waterboy was,
I know,
it was
but it's-
goofy, funny, but Happy Gilmore, like
It's
you
the
said,
best.
Jesse,
It's
it
absolutely
is
the
the
best.
classic.
Yeah, it's a classic.
I mean, it's probably my favorite Adam Sandler movie.
Hands down.
oh yeah.
Zod, where does Happy Gilmore rank in your top Adam Sandler?
I don't know. I'm probably in the minority. It's probably further down on my list. I mean, I'm like one of my favorites. Well, my favorite Adam Sandler movie of all time is That's My Boy. I think that movie is just so hilarious. Yeah. Like that movie kills me every time I watch it. Like it's so funny.
I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's hilarious.
I think it's hilarious. Like you see, that's when that movie was made, when we were allowed to have a sense
that
of
would be
humor.
pretty funny. Yeah, let's have a Billy Madison too. Hey, don't rule anything out at this point.
I like Little Nicky and 50 First Dates and I liked Uncut Gems, where he tried to do drama. I thought that was
some of his
really
more
good
serious
too.
movies.
As an actor, I thought that was pretty good. Yeah.
Is 51 Dates? Is that with what's her name? That chick lit?
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. My wife likes that.
Hopefully he does Hockey Town. Hopefully he gets back on the ice skates in this movie a little bit. Yeah, Mr. Deeds was it was a funny movie. I hope it's not terrible. I don't know. I mean, it can't be more terrible than some of the other reboots and things we've seen. Movies that they bring back 30 years later. I mean,
I don't know, man. I mean,
it's.
I don't know if did you guys watch the Beverly Hills Cop sequel that came out not too long ago?
Taggart looked terrible. I know he just passed away. I was just watching Beverly Hills Cop 3 before I came up here. It wasn't the best, I didn't think.
No, but did you see the newest one? The one that just came out.
Axel, right.
Yeah. I mean, I thought for what it was, I thought it was okay. I felt like it could have been really, really bad. And it was kind of cool. They have, Kevin Bacon as the villain, and
I didn't mind
a good villain.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
And they brought what's his name back, Pinchot.
Yep. Yeah. Paul Reiser was in it.
Yeah, Paul Reiser.
Yeah, it was pretty great, all things considered, with all the throwback music from the soundtracks to Beverly Hills Cop and Part 2.
That's a great soundtrack.
I was getting all ready for the line, "Get the fuck out of here," but he didn't do it as good. He kind of sounded like an old man.
Yeah, and he was trying not to, and he doesn't, and he won't laugh like that anymore.
Yeah,
we didn't get the Axel laugh. I was like, oh, come on, bro.
Yeah, he turned
do it at least once.
Yeah, he turned from "get the fuck out of here." It was kind of, I don't know. He didn't put anything behind it.
Yeah, but at least it was better than Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember when that came out. I remember I got the soundtrack on cassette tape from Kmart. My dad took me to see that movie, and it was just like Beverly Hills Cop 2 was so good.
Right.
And then you watch Beverly Hills Cop 3, it's just like,
nothing. 3 was a colossal disappointment.
Well, a lot of times they seem to, they don't know when to stop.
The best part for me in Beverly Hills Cop 3 was the George Lucas cameo.
Yeah.
At the amusement park ride.
How did they pull that off to get him on there? It's crazy.
Maybe he's good buddies with somebody. Who knows, Or maybe he was such a fan of the movies.
Yeah, George Lucas is such a fan of the Beverly Hills Cop movies that, he had to be in it.
Yep. I mean, that's what kind of gives me hope about this Happy Gilmore. And a lot of those, like you guys are talking about, the sequels, those all happened within, a relatively short time span of each other. These ones that go on for 30 years and then they bring them back, most of the time they're failures. But if this is just Adam Sandler being Adam Sandler, and with a lot of callbacks to at least, and it's not like some of the ones like Christmas Story 2. Sorry, Ralphie.
I hate to bring it up. I know Ralphie loves that.
When you have kids, that grow up and become adults, then it totally changes everything. Because isn't there rumors of the Goonies making a sequel?
They are making one. It is happening.
I thought so. And that one, I feel like that one's going to be.
Yeah, that's what I want to know, Mike. What's your stance on a Goonies sequel?
I don't know, man. I
For
love
real,
the original
bro.
so much, and here
They
that
wait-
segues right into this. Like,
Did you say they waited too long to make a Goonies sequel?
have you guys seen these action figures? Like, look at these things. You know, that's the Goonies that I remember right there. I can't imagine all these guys as adults and have it like, what is it going to be? A story about their kids? Like, who cares?
Mike, Phil, Joseph, and Jesse.
Yeah, I want to see Chunk and Mouth and Data and Mikey and all those guys, you know. But so the nostalgia in me will probably go see it. But I'm sure I'll be
go see it. It'll probably be on. It'll probably be
right.
on Netflix.
That's what, yeah, man. I'll probably watch it when it comes out. I know, Ralphie. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like Christmas Story 2 for you. I need time though. Well, maybe saying. But I don't know, Phil. Like, what's your, do you have high?
Are we running out of ideas here? Like, why now? Why make this now? When's Goonies from? 85?
Yeah.
I mean, come on,
40 years ago.
We still need Spaceballs 2 before Mel Brooks.
I'm interested in Spaceballs. That would be fun. I don't know about Goonies 2.
That could work.
And you guys also know Lethal Weapon 5 is happening too. Mel Gibson's directing it for Richard Donner.
No way. That would be funny because that's right. Mikey's older brother, Bran, he did what's that, one of the Brolins, right?
Josh Brolin, yep.
Yeah, he was Thanos, he was Cable and Deadpool.
And Jonah Hex, DC property. He's been in so many things.
I forgot what actor was saying this, but it's easier for a production company to acquire money from the banks or from investors with a sequel or a remake rather than a new movie.
Oh yeah.
They would rather take the chance on a remake than to actually go into
right. An original property is too. An original property is too risky nowadays.
It's too risky.
That's what they'll tell you.
Yeah,
that's what they'll tell you.
Like they're just playing it safe because they know they have a built-in audience already.
Exactly.
But then the movies never hit the marks that they expect them to.
No, but they'd rather them hit something and potentially.
Okay, here's how Marvel can win. If as crazy as this sounds, if they're gonna bring Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, bring in Tom Cruise as Iron Man because we all know he tried to be Iron Man, and that would be cool. Like that's what they need to do.
I read a rumor online yesterday that said Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom is going to be pretending to be Tony Stark in the beginning. So there's going to be like a connection between Dr. Doom and Tony Stark somehow.
Wow.
But is this an alternate universe? Is this?
No, what they're doing, Phil. Your guess is as good as mine, bro.
They're desperate for money. That's what they're doing. They're desperate for money. They're gonna milk this stuff as much as they can.
Robert Downey did such a good job as Stark, though.
Oh yeah, actually, Jay, you're talking about Hancock, and guess what? They are doing a sequel to Hancock.
Are they really?
Will Smith. I think Will Smith was the one that announced it or said something about it on
that movie's got to be almost 15 years old, probably by now, huh?
Oh yeah, that's
at least, right?
Yeah, at least, yeah.
But I tell you what, I didn't really pay too much attention to Hancock. I don't know if I've ever seen it, but I did hear it was fairly good.
No,
I've seen it. It was okay.
It was a good movie.
Was it?
Yeah, but I kind of lost my taste for Will Smith.
Well, I was going to say the same thing.
2008.
We didn't forget about the Chris Rock.
Yeah,
dude. I can't get over it. Like, I don't want to watch it.
I really loved Will Smith. I watched him in Fresh Prince. And
Fresh Prince, yeah.
We all love the guy. It just turned into a jerk up.
Yeah, he turned into. I don't know what's going on.
It's just, you're right. KFB is superpower slapping people. You're right, bro. That's it.
Wasn't that his thing in Hancock too? Like, couldn't he just like kill people with one punch, basically?
And he never apologized for it. Like, you're on this platform, and he never apologized. He just like turns it around.
I mean, it's Chris Rock. Come on, of course he's going to get up there and run his mouth.
Feel sorry for me.
Anybody can look tough.
God.
Yeah, you know, if it was The Rock, I bet you he wouldn't have went up there and slapped him like that.
Heck no. I would love to see him try. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, Goofy. Did you think Hancock was depressing? My wife said the same thing. She thought it was depressing. Yeah. I didn't think so. I thought that was just his personality.
If that happens, I'm all for it. That's another one that, okay, kind of in the same breath as Happy Gilmore. You could probably bring that one back, and as long as they just do the same that they've been doing, they're Wayne's World 3. Okay.
See now, Wayne's World 3, guys, I had this idea for Wayne's World 3, and I always imagined how it would be if, you know, Wayne and Garth were like corporate executives for this big company, and they have to somehow, you know, find their inner child to solve a certain problem or something in the movie, and they somehow, you know, fall back into becoming those characters, either because of nostalgia or for some really, really big reason. I don't know. I think it could work. I think if they did Wayne's World 3, it would have to be something. Yeah. It would have to be something unique. There would have to be something in there.
Yeah, their suits at the beginning of the movie, and then by the end,
right?
Walk on, Wayne, party on.
Right? Yeah.
I would watch it.
They got they both have grandkids.
There's Odd Writer and his ideas. Yep. Hey, what are you gonna do, right? Yeah, any Mike Myers. Yeah, Love Guru, sure. Like, none of them were serious enough to where, like, you could just throw a sequel out there and, okay, you know what you're going to get into.
Yeah.
But only if James Gunn directs it. Oh, no.
That face.
Oh, boy.
All right, now that one, I don't know. American Pie. I don't know how that one would turn out.
Well, they did make a bunch of American Pie sequels. They made a ton.
They going without the original.
They were all direct to video. You know, there's a whole franchise of direct to video, like the National Lampoons type.
Kind of, yeah. Like you almost forget they're even related to the original.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, they are coming out with a new American Pie.
Are they really?
Oh God.
Oh wow!
Well, like you said, Jesse, they would rather.
Yeah, they'd rather
American Pie woke edition.
Us 90s kids will be like, "Oh yeah, remember that?" Yeah.
It's one time at band camp.
Yeah, that's right. Oh wow, guys, we gotta get to a commercial break real quick here.
Alrighty then.
We got some good stuff coming up after, so everybody stay right where you are.
Yeah, do not go anywhere.
Do not go anywhere. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
2 and 2 is what's his name used to say.
2 and 2. Yeah. See you in a minute.
And now this message. From an alien planet, they come to Earth. Renegade robots bent on conquest. The Guardians of Gobatron follow to stop them, helped by Matt Hunter and his brave young friends. You've seen the imitations. Now get ready for the challenge of the Gobots. It's awesome.
Don't miss it today at 4:30 only on Channel 11.
Chevrolet demonstrates how front-wheel drive pulls the 1980 Chevy Citation.
It's no surprise Citation can pull this trailer, but it may surprise you that with a special trailer hitch, this Citation will do it with the rear wheels off.
It's the first Chevy of the 80s.
Chevy Citation, the first front-wheel drive with Chevy behind it.
This could be the car you had in mind.
Take a Citation demonstration drive today.
Chevy Citation.
B5O thumb.
Come on, you guys. It's only a little.
A hungry giant.
Hungry for a big honey taste.
Big taste. Honeycomb. Big taste. Honeycomb taste. Yeah.
It's not small.
No. Honeycomb's got big honey taste. Big crunch for a big bite.
Honeycomb cereal. Part of this big, complete breakfast.
Honeycomb's a big bite. Yeah!
Happens reboots around here. Until now, because with Kenner's Superpowers collection, I've got my biggest story yet. This free offer for 5 proofs of purchase from any of these guys sold separately, like Superman, you get a free figure, not yet available in any store. Who is it? My buddy Clark Kent. And check it out. Clark's got power action just like Superman. Superman?
Hurry, offer will end. Details on specially marked packages.
Clark? Superman?
Yeah, how did I not know Andre the Giant, speaking of legendary wrestlers, was in a Honeycombs commercial?
Yeah,
I
that's
had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about the that Chevy commercial? Huh? They took the rear wheels off that car and it was pulling a boat. Agreed.
Yeah,
That's what we all should do.
Let me address saying for a second. Yes, I will have a really good one for you, but I'm going to keep it probably towards Halloween.
Okay.
All right. We'll do it towards Halloween, but it'll be a good one.
Oh, good. Good. Make sure, saying, hold him to it now.
Yeah. I'll give it to you.
All right, guys. So we will get into some crazy collections. I want to show you guys some stuff first, and then we'll get into the stuff that we personally collect and everybody else in the chat too. Love to know what everybody, because I'm just going to go out on a limb and say most of us probably have something that we collect.
Yeah. I think we all have pretty much the same things.
Maybe, yeah.
You know,
but
arcade machines.
Yeah, I found this, and this is a couple years old, from 2014. But I remember when this was on eBay. This dude was selling. Look at this freaking collection here.
Oh, I thought that was your collection.
No, I wish.
Oh, the thumbnail. I thought that was his.
Yeah,
too.
the thumbnail. Yeah.
No, mine is not pretty enough to be like this here. I mean, this guy
Sexy MG
collects everything.
He says I collect bills. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, me too.
Well, yeah, we do all share that in common.
Yes.
Just like the organization of this guy's collection too, just is unbelievable.
So is he selling
this
these?
entire collection?
Was he selling like the stands?
$164,000 is what it was. The asking price was.
Wow.
Yes, and it is not on eBay anymore. So I don't know if it's ever been sold, but I do remember when this was on eBay, and I did message the guy, and because I was looking for titles individually, and he was not willing to break up his collection at all. You had to buy it.
How much?
$164,000.
Nobody bought that. Like this guy's on glue.
There's no way.
There's no way.
There it is,
Did
right
the
here.
Shelves and everything come with it?
I would hope so. Yeah, it includes more than 5,700 games over 50 systems.
I hope the house came with
and
it.
Arguably every single game released from Nintendo between 1985 to 2000.
Wow.
So
yeah,
do the math. Could you pick up all this stuff for under that price?
If you bought it all individually?
Yeah.
Depending, I mean, if he had all the heavy hitters, I don't know. I don't know if you could. Just because like games like stadium events alone would cost you like almost $30,000. But who in their right mind would make an eBay transaction of $164,000?
Oh, that's crazy.
It might these days now saying it probably would.
Here's the thing is what would the fees be from that seller on eBay? Like if you sold that, how much would eBay get out of that?
Mm-hmm.
That would be, you're right, Phil, because they'll take a cut of that. Why?
Holy cow, will they take a cut?
Huge.
Yeah, exactly. MG, think of the eBay fees.
They'll get at least 46,000. I mean, seriously, they would get a huge lump.
Yeah, so if you're that guy selling all that, I mean, maybe list it on eBay and then try to work out a deal privately with somebody.
Better off just
sell
like
it.
Selling it individually
You're
or
right.
like packs, like 10 games per pack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say maybe that was just a way to advertise it and just talk to people and then maybe set something up. But yeah, I would making that sale on eBay. Yeah, I never thought about that. He would have lost a huge cut of that.
Yeah.
but it's not there anymore. I may have to do a little bit of research on that and see if it did sell, or if he just hung on. I mean,
someday
that's a
those
heck of a
arcade
display,
one-ups
though.
behind Jesse will be worth thousands. Think about it. Like, just it's possible. It could be $10,000 someday.
Well,
We've already
listen,
seen no idea.
Someday.
I don't know who was saying this, but the number one arcade that's going for the most money is the Burger Time cabinet. People are spending $1,200-$1,300 to have that.
Yeah,
cabinet.
that's nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I'm not saying
Might
they're
as well just get a real Burger Time at that point.
Yeah, really.
With a
But
CRT.
they want that one.
Get
I don't know.
Is that what it was, MG? Did you do the math? Is that 164,000 divided by 5,700? I'll take your word for it. I mean, $24 a game. I don't know. Phil's still drunk from that beer.
Come on, that was like 4 days ago.
Wow.
So, other than the obvious of the arcade cabinets that we all share in common, I mean, Jesse, I'm sure you got some pretty nice collections. I know you do. You got something going on with those masks back there too, huh?
Big on masks, yeah. But I'm not obsessed. Not obsessed. But,
Depending on who you ask, right?
I do like. You know why I like masks? Because I used to make them years ago myself. I used to sculpt them.
You did?
For the latex, yeah. Make the molds. Yeah, so I have a Batman up here, 1987. That it was my very first mask I did myself.
Can you do a video off of that one? Give us a review on the 87 Batman.
You want me to bring it down and I'll show you?
Yes.
Hang on.
If it's not too much trouble.
No, let me do it. I just got to stop the cam because I got to move everything around.
Don't hurt yourself, Jesse.
If you hear a loud noise, that means the shelf fell down and everything came down with it. What about you, Phil? You were doing the Sega Genesis thing for a while there, but then
I mean,
the arcade one up came along.
X-Men happened, and it
killed Sega Genesis, huh?
Action Man. I was waiting for somebody to say that. I knew it was going to be you. Hey, however he wants to do it, right?
Okay.
So wait a second. This is 1987. So this is before Batman 89, correct?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Tim Burton.
I'm sorry. 1989 Batman.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I sculpted this myself out of clay. Poured a plaster a mask, and then I poured a plaster mold of it, and then this was my first latex pour. So.
My God,
that's identical.
It is.
The logo,
the logo.
Now, were you able to ever put that on?
Yeah, I can put that on. Yeah, but I have a what do you call inside to keep the shape, because if you don't keep the shape on this, because this is older latex, so if you don't keep the shape on this, it'll start to deteriorate after a while.
Is there like a line in the back that makes it easier? I had the same mask, and you had to like wet everything down to like get that rubber over your head. Like it was.
Yeah,
it's brutal.
split.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because my Batman mask does not have that, and you rip your face off whenever you take that, put it on and off, then take all your hair with it. Jesse, that's incredible.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was my
you need
very
to put
first
that
one.
on and get on your roof and start running around.
Yeah. So that's what that's why I got into masks after doing that.
I mean, what other ones have you made? You don't have to show them all, but
I have another one where I did a full bust of a zombie, kind of, because I had a coffin. I think I spoke about this, and I needed something to put in the coffin, so I did a zombie, but it's a full solid latex. It's all the way in the corner. I won't be able to get that today, but I'll show that another time.
Jesse,
full scale?
No, just a bust up to his chest.
But it's like a normal sized.
Yeah, he's life size.
Life size,
to his chest. Yeah.
This would be a perfect video, Jesse, if you did a follow-up to your utility belt, your grappling gun, and you put the mask on at the end. That would be awesome. Do that. Dude, that would be awesome.
Where I keep this
I would
on
buy
the
one immediately.
I keep this on the shelf, and the utility belt goes around the base of this, so that's how I keep that looking.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you started making your own, and when did you say you made this?
Ooh, this was probably, he came out in 89, so maybe 90. I got it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
You couldn't get masks like that in 1990. Like we didn't have that until
only
like
mistake,
the mid 90s.
The only mistake I made on it was I didn't get the clavicles sculpted in. This was my first attempt at sculpting. So
yeah, I didn't want to point that out, but
but other than that, it's pretty much accurate.
You could have told me that you bought that from Michael Keaton himself, and I would have believed it. That's like how accurate it is.
Yeah, it came out pretty.
It's autographed on the inside.
Oh, I wish I could have got that. Yeah, I would have loved that.
What my Walmart special Batman costume saying.
That was the first time I had it down off that shelf in years. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go put it back up.
All right.
Thanks for showing us.
Yeah, that's great.
Awesome.
All right, Zod. What about you?
Well, I have a unusual collection. I collect Fist of the North Star memorabilia. Fist of the North Star is my favorite Japanese anime of all time, and I've been collecting Fist of the North Star stuff since I was a kid. I have the movie. I have an unopened copy of the movie from 1986 on VHS. I've got the manga, all of the. I've got some figures. I've got all kinds of different things. That's what I collect. That's my favorite thing of my favorite thing. So yeah, that's my collection.
So
It's
I didn't realize
weird
that.
it's different from stuff that people would normally collect.
Still,
Yeah.
that seems like to me that you would have to search pretty hard to find. I didn't realize there was that much Fist of the North Star stuff.
Oh
out
yeah.
there.
I'm gonna get the I'm gonna get an original. My next thing I'm gonna get an original Laserdisc copy of it too. There's so much of it that right down to and then the older the video games too. I've got an original copy of the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, any video games from that era, from that franchise too. I've collected over the years. So yeah, I have quite a collection. I have an entire shelf in my apartment devoted to Fist of the North Star.
You're still actively looking.
Oh yeah, yeah, and the manga has been released. Has been getting released month by month in hardcover form from Viz. So they're very, very hefty volumes. And so far I think there's going to be there's 18 volumes in total for the whole thing to be completed. And I've got 12 of them so far. So I'm slowly but surely gonna have them all over time, probably over the next few months,
Oh, okay.
I even bought a digital version. It was called the ebook 1, and it's actually what it is it's like a tablet, but it looks like an actual book, and it was released only in Japan, and you can turn the pages through like an ebook kind of a thing, and it's got the entire manga. It's got all of the volumes of the manga all built in, and it's battery powered. So but it's really, really cool. It's it's a really rare, it's a really rare item too. So yeah,
that's cool.
That's my whole collection. Yeah.
Because that's kind of the thing is, with my NES collection, assuming I ever get all of them. I mean, there is an end point. You know what I mean? That will.
Well, of course, yeah. The end game. You wanna, but right. You want to collect. You want to get the things that you.
But it's scary to reach that point because, what you're you don't really you want to, but you don't because
then what do you do? You know what I mean?
For you would start collecting Sega Genesis cartridges after you get done.
Yeah, I would move. That's why I have multiple collections going on at this time. So the chances of me ever getting to the end of any of them are probably slim.
You might.
Maybe,
You know.
man, I mean, never say never.
Some of the more super expensive carts just get repro versions.
I have a few of them, and I'm fine with that. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm in it for like the long haul. You know, I'm not in it for.
Yeah, saying spirits. I'm a big
around.
Saying spirits. I'm a big Robotech fan too. I've got all the Robotech box sets. I'm a huge Robotech fan as well. So yeah.
I'm about like 300-ish short of the full set. I'm up around 550 right now.
Then KFB, my movie will be on YouTube when it finishes. I'll have it on YouTube for everybody to watch.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know. And Jesse, I mean, do you still? Obviously, you bought that big Darth Vader, which I guess is kind of
that's so awesome.
Yeah, it is. Do
Yeah,
you still, if you find masks, I mean, do you still pick them up? I mean, is that still something you're actively, or do you pretty much have everything you want?
No, I want to get Art the Clown. I think that's going to be my last one because I have every other horror movie that I like. So, yeah.
What do you got right behind you? I see Jason Voorhees in the corner.
I made that.
In the middle.
That was another one. That's another one I made. That's a full. I made the mask. I made the hockey mask, and the
Mike Myers ones?
The head shroud itself. I made.
Okay,
that was one of my very first. It's not the greatest if I take the mask off, his eyes kind of all screwed up and everything. But I got to redo that. I got to repaint it. But yeah, that was another one. I'll show that at another time.
Hey, what's up, Andy?
Hey, Andy.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I was big into like prosthetics and movie makeup and all that kind of stuff at one point.
What's the what? So did you like stop, or is it just too time consuming to
on that end? But a lot of people during Halloween they'll come over and they'll ask me if I could do their makeup and everything. I've done one guy, a good friend of mine. He's very tall. He's 6'7". So I made him into Frankenstein, and he wanted to be Frankenstein, and he won. He won a prize at the place he went to. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so I'm still into that kind of.
And that all just stemmed from just a hobby. Like you never worked on any movie sets or like got into it that way.
No, I just really got engrossed in it. Yeah.
Well, guys, I want to show you a couple more things before we sign off today. This one, talking about crazy collections. So some of these, believe me, that you won't feel bad about anything you've ever collected or spent money on when you see some of the things that other people collect out there. How about this guy right here?
Soda cans.
Coca-Cola specifically.
Eventually those will leak out, won't they? I mean, if you hold on to a can long enough.
If they're that's a good point. I guess they're probably unopened. It's a collection of commemorative Coca-Cola cans from
won't it eventually dissolve over time?
I don't know. He holds the Guinness record in case anybody was wondering or why they have a record of such a thing, but he has almost 11,000 cans. My God.
Why?
Yeah, why exactly?
McDonald's collection.
Why?
These people, man, like they get into these things. I don't feel so bad. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Sanity.
I bet sure all their ex-wives are very proud of them.
Well, I mean, hey, at least the ex-wives could say that their ex-husbands stood for something.
That's right. Right. Yeah, banana stickers, water bottle labels. I mean, okay, Barbie dolls like that, I kind of understand. But more than 15,000 different Barbie dolls. God, look at this guy. What do you want to collect? Traffic cones seem pretty cool.
Oh, good God.
Get out of here. He looks so serious. He's like, you making funny shit on my traffic cone collection?
I worked with them my whole life.
I'll put these all around your house and you won't be able to leave.
No thanks.
I don't know. This one's kind of cool. Hot sauce. I love me some hot sauce, but
I mean,
you're gonna fill your basement.
6,000 bottles of
He's
it?
obviously in his basement. You can see the
Oh, yeah.
load bearing pole right behind him.
Yep.
So yeah, he's gonna fill it with hot sauce.
6,000 hot sauces. Police caps and helmets. Okay. Erasers.
It depends what erasers. I
Yeah.
had these Rambo erasers that you never wanted to use because
There were some cool erasers.
Now it's getting freaky.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is gonna make anybody not want to collect anything. The more
Almost
you show
20,000. I know. We're all. I'm sorry if anybody's feeling shame right now, like I am. How about back scratchers? You guys got a back scratcher collection?
No.
No.
That's why I married my wife.
Exactly. Well, how about soap? Why not?
Oh, I've heard of this. I actually have a list myself, and soap is one of the, especially carved soap.
Yeah,
is one of the biggies.
Over 1,331 bars of soap she holds the Guinness record in soap collecting. Nice. Why we have that documented, I'll never know. Imagine how good her house probably smells, though.
Yeah, but it's probably ironic. She probably stinks.
She probably does.
Oh, that's a good one.
She obviously not using them, right?
Yeah, probably not.
Oh my God, 101 Dalmatians paraphernalia. That Cruella.
There are worse. There are worse collections.
Yeah, the Road Cone collection takes the cake for me. Toothbrushes.
Cigarette butt collection. I mean,
yeah.
Another Guinness World Record. That why are we even recognizing such a thing? Signatures. This dude holds the record for the signatures.
That I can see. Everybody goes for signatures.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Oh. This guy collects women's bras.
Where are the women today?
Why not?
Judge.
I want to know where the women are.
Where are the bodies buried?
Yeah.
You know how creepy that would be to go into his house?
Maybe these were mementos from
That's
women.
a definite investigation.
Over the decades.
Oh, God.
Swap some DNA off that.
Yep.
Well, cell phones or cigarette packs?
These are cell phones. Oh, my God. He has over 2,700 cell phones.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, all different types, from the flip phone to
my
the
thing is,
smartphone.
what are you going to do with all that? Like,
I don't know. Like, what makes you? That's what my question.
Like, at least make your collection have some value to you that you're going to enjoy in a way that you can, where you can do something with it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing with obsolete, defunct cell phones?
No.
Like,
I really don't understand.
Exactly right, MJ.
He's almost 3,000.
Like, you could totally understand, like Jesse's, mask collection. You can understand that because you can put them on display. You can do a lot of things with them, right?
What do you do with these?
Video games? You can take them off the shelf. You can play them, whatever.
They hold nostalgic value. Like, this guy didn't have he doesn't even know what half of these phones are.
Oh, it's a phone I don't have. It's going on the shelf, baby.
Get it.
Like, what are we talking about here?
This one's kind of cool. The Joker cards from Dexa.
Morons.
Yep.
See, some people, their collections show that they have mental disorders. I'm sorry.
Well,
might be onto something.
Yeah.
Okay, this one. All right. Speaking of mental disorder, air sick bags.
Air sick bags
has 6,290 of them.
Wow.
Imagine being that bored with your life that's something that you get excited about, that you're passionate about. For real. Just imagine how big of a loser you'd have to be for something like
they didn't
that.
choose to be, though. They probably went through so much rough times that
we don't know what
got
drove
them
this
into
man.
collecting this certain thing.
Yeah.
Are they used or clean?
Oh my God. Well, that makes, if he has one, or if he finds one that he does not have and somebody just used it.
Oh man, that's the one I need.
Where's the guy with the sex doll collection? I mean,
That
Mike just hasn't scrolled down far enough.
it's I have 2 of these lists up, and it's in one of them. I don't know if it's in this one.
Okay, because
we're getting to the end.
There's
This
people
guy,
like that where they like dress them up and have them.
Yeah.
The problem
guy
with these
collects nails.
collections, what happens with them? When this guy right here, when he passes on,
What do you think?
The
is any of this
dumpster.
stuff hold any value?
Yeah.
No.
Are you passing down 3,000 different types of nails to your kids and your grandkids?
I mean, at least with your games, Mike, they're worth something. Whether they get full value or not,
Right, your
they're worth
family can sell them for something.
They have
Can get
full
something
permission
out
to
of
do
it.
so.
This is not like this is garbage. It's you're gonna see it on an episode of
Right.
Hoarders.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. MG's got my number.
Phil's
Right to the
right.
scrapyard. Yep,
I mean,
he's a murderer.
there's cooler things to collect. What about the guy that has all the McDonald's props? Like, like that'd be cool.
Some of them make sense, you know.
It's Pee Wee Herman's yard, like that.
Oh, here you go. Here's another one that makes no sense whatsoever. The do not disturb signs from hotel.
I saw somebody that collected those. When America Online used to send out the CDs.
Oh,
the guy
yeah.
had a America Online collection of all the variants that they would send out in the mail.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
11,000
That's
of them.
nostalgia, like American Online, or like Columbia House music, like that. That I could see that.
Well, the Columbia House would have some value
Definitely.
because you could sell that, but I mean,
All right,
More
real
than
quick.
8,000 road cones. Go
your
ahead, Jeff.
sock
Real quick.
collection.
I pulled up a couple that I had seen on TV one time, and one of the things that some people collect are nail clippings. They keep an entire jar of their nail clippings.
Yeah, we'll
All
just
right.
bring this back up. Yep, that he's a murderer. Collect nail clippings.
Yeah, exactly. The second one is toenail clippings, which is completely different than your nail clippings.
Ugh.
Well, they grow a lot slower.
Yeah. The third one is boogers. They keep them in
come
a jar.
on, Jesse.
I'm sorry, but this is what's written. I have to read it. Another one,
This is what's written.
Holy nightmare.
another one is chewed pencils. Another one is celebrity hair.
Well, that Seinfeld episode where he thought who had the pencil was John Voight. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. Another one is used napkins. Some people collect napkins that they've used.
I can't imagine.
Dirt or sand. We talked about this. Soap carvings, rocks or pebbles. Absurdly large collection of broken things.
Just anything that's broken.
Just anything that's broken. Yeah. So that's just some of the crazy things that people. Oh, and skulls. Not crystal skulls now. Actual real skulls.
Like, did it specify just any type of skull, or these aren't like human skulls?
It's
It
human
doesn't matter.
skulls.
It's the
Yeah.
skull packs
Skull.
from the Burbs. Remember the whole trunk had all those skulls in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Suddenly, my NES collection doesn't seem so bad, does it?
No, does it?
We're not talking like kidney stones, MG. No. Yeah, that's true, and maybe a lot of that has, some of these may, that has something to do with, just like you said, Phil, that they may, or maybe they're not right in the head. I think that was you who said that, Phil.
I would think so. I would. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist.
Neither am I. But not giving any medical advice
not giving any
whatsoever,
medical
diagnosing anything. I'm just saying, maybe.
Maybe talk to somebody.
You're telling me there's a chance. So we'll go through this one real quick. Okay, we saw Barbie dolls. This is a different guy. Has his own Barbie doll collection. Because why not, right?
Oh.
This one was actually pretty cool. Look at this kid.
Oh,
Superman.
He's right up your alley.
Superman Returns. It's a lot of.
Yeah, it does seem like it's
a lot of
a
Superman
Returns, doesn't it? But like that, look at that thing. That's pretty badass. So okay, this kid gets a pass. He's cool in my book. So is this guy right here. Simpsons memorabilia. He got the that. I guess that's the old Simpsons arcade game.
I don't think it's a legit. I think it's a Look
He
at
may have made it,
Look at the way the
maybe.
joysticks are.
Yeah, the joystick even
That's not a
the way
true
the
four
cabinet
player.
shape
This is garbage.
buttons are up here. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't buy that at all.
Well, that looks like
$199.
that's a customized multi.
Yeah, that's that guy at the state fair's ad. Remember?
Yeah. And you were like, how much? That state fair guy was such a scumbag.
Brain teasers.
Oh my god, scumbag.
What is that?
Now, what do they mean by brain teasers? Just
brain
like
teasers or something.
How do you shovel?
I'm guessing.
What
Yeah,
state
you
is this
see
guy
some
in?
Rubik's cube. Yeah.
Cubes and all that.
Oh wow.
I don't know.
Is it
Yeah,
glued
it's
on there?
obviously
What
what
happens? A strong wind comes through.
I don't know. And maybe he just put that out there as
Yeah,
display.
if the strong wind comes through, I'll tell you what happens. Good night, y'all.
Yeah.
There goes the collection.
Yep, he's got to go find these things and put them back together.
I don't
This
get it.
guy collects wine. I mean, that kind of makes sense. I mean, maybe not that much of it, but
He's got a whole wine cellar. Looks
Well,
like
there's wine cellars out
oh
there,
yeah,
right?
tons. Look at that.
he must be one of those rich guys.
Obviously, I would say
One of those wine.
I feel like wine collecting is not a
One of
poor
those-
man's hobby.
One of those Bruce Wayne guys.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Sick
Alfred,
of
go down and get the wine.
It's a bottle of wine, probably.
Just he's
All the
saying
wine
that
worth
he's got
moving
he's
out.
got the mask on.
Royal memory.
His wife, Jesse's wife, is asking him, "Did you forget who you are again? Go get the wine."
records.
That does happen sometimes.
I can see records. Those
Yeah,
hold
right.
some
Value.
Yeah.
That's something.
My brother's big on records.
He has every single that made the UK charts for the past 60 years.
Wow.
Nice, yes, sir.
I could just smell what it smells like in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, isn't it great though? Something you can just look at a picture and you can, it's so insane.
You know what it smells like in that room.
Smell that mildewy kind of smell.
That's what it's like in there.
Beautiful.
They're gonna make a soap out of that scent in there.
Yeah.
Lawn gnomes, huh?
Old record.
See, it'd be cool if it was like McDonald's stuff, Mike. Like if it was like a Ronald statue or a Grimace.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That
Not
would
these
be fun.
Creepy. Like,
Gnomes
is that
got
the
a
guy
little-
right there? I just noticed that.
Oh my gosh, it is. That's an actual person.
He's dressed up
Yes,
like
sir.
What are those gnomes?
It's like, come into my backyard. Oh, here you go.
Okay,
Oh, God, there he
we've
is.
gone too far.
Oh,
I knew
here
I
it
saw that
is.
here somewhere.
Oh god.
We have
This
gone
poor
way
man.
too far.
How you doing?
Well,
Everybody-
that's what.
Well, that's just.
Well, I
the
mean,
head.
now the one,
Insane.
a lot of the ones are.
Why would you even
there's a
want
lot
to
of them
show
that
this
are-
off?
that
Like,
are
why
powered
would
by
Yeah.
I
AI.
don't know. How would you be proud of that?
How about the
Hey.
ones
Good.
now that are powered by AI and actually function and have warm bodies? And
Wait a minute. Could you imagine like he's upstairs with you? You just came over his house and he slipped you a couple of whiskeys and everything. And you're a little tipsy. And then he says, come on downstairs for a second. You know, and you just see them sitting there like that.
Oh my!
And you don't even realize it at first. You go, hey, how you doing, ladies?
They're not even
The worst is-
real.
And none
the
of them
worst
move.
is if you work with this guy and you saw that picture, you're like, oh my gosh, did you see Tom's picture? He's got
You could never
14
think, you could never look at him the same again.
You would have to, if you were his manager, you'd have to figure out find a way to fire him, just because like nobody would want him there anymore. It would be too
A
awkward.
little bit, Ralphie. Yeah, a
Like
little
Tom, we can't work with you anymore, bro. You're
I had to
Yeah,
scroll
really.
past it because
your doll
I saw
collection.
something.
Yeah, Tom, lose my number, Tom. All right. Don't call me back.
God, he looks like a normal person. All right.
Listen,
Yeah, that's really normal, Tom. That's really normal, buddy.
yeah, you're gonna be all
Oh,
right.
you guys have one too? No.
You're gonna be all right.
Yeah, Tom, I'm just gonna step outside for a minute, get some air.
Yeah. My wife's calling. I gotta go.
Tom,
Yeah.
Tom, it's awfully musty in there. Tom. Can I recommend a few air fresheners? Because for
Yeah,
real,
really. I don't know what that smell is that I'm smelling, but
Barf!
Yeah, it's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Hey man. I told you some of these are alarming, and even this one too. This may be the most sadistic one of all of them.
This is probably the guy that lives underneath
I
him.
mean, and you know the thing is, the dude's house is probably a mess.
Oh my God.
They're actually
you
pretty
need
good
to back-
friends.
Tom
is
is
Tom,
next door neighbors.
Tom and Paul. They're really pretty.
Like, I
really,
one up
really
your
good
love doll
friends.
collection.
Nice.
These vacuums do the same thing.
Real doll.
Oh,
This is insane here. I don't know how we're ever going to top that one.
The
but I
peak
had
of
to bring it up.
loneliness.
Yeah.
Real doll collection. Yes.
Tin boxes for whatever.
Can you imagine that's a guy from work though? And you only just met him, and he says, "You know, oh, what do you collect? Oh,
Seems
you
normal
collect
enough, right? Yeah.
Yeah." He's talking to you, Mike, and he says, "Oh, you collect the Nintendo cards?" Yeah. He says, "Oh, you should come over and see my collection." You're thinking he's going to show you his Nintendo cards.
Yeah. I'm like, all right. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're down there, and you got to kind of come up with a conversation at that point.
So
I'd like to introduce you to
play
my
with your
all
collection
my
too?
ladies.
Yeah.
Do you play with your collection as much as I play with mine?
So
I mean, I take mine
do they
off
have
the
any
phone in
names?
it, you do to yours. Same thing. Oh God.
So did you name them all?
Yeah, he's got names for all of them. I mean, literally, and he's like introducing them,
Right,
and it's
Ralph.
like, holy cow!
That's right, Ralphie.
One doll's okay. One doll, one doll. It's like you had a bad breakup. You were.
Yeah, that's true.
This weren't going well.
30, like, okay, you're officially need to be on a list now.
$1 is okay.
One doll's okay because you can put her in the closet when people come over.
Yeah.
$2 may
You can own it at that point.
$2 may be a little freaky, but then
Yeah.
after that,
After that, you need a padded cell. It's
Yep.
over for you.
See, now that makes sense.
yes, a search warrant is at hand at that point.
Hey, wait a minute. He only has
He's going
13.
to crack another Hulk Hogan beer here in a second.
I'm crying here, you guys.
He doesn't want pets. But he wants a girlfriend. But he doesn't want to put in the work. So you know what?
And he starts to explain it to you. Don't talk to Betsy. She's having a bad day today. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
He won't say anything to her.
He's got an entire storyline surrounding the doll. 13.
We've lost Phil officially.
I gotta wipe my tears. I'm crying, you guys.
Listen, Betsy's off her meds. Just don't talk to her.
It cost him 13. It cost him 13 grand. He's like, oh, I just got her a couple outfits the other day.
Trying to make her happy. It was Valentine's Day. I missed it. She's all pissed off about it.
She's usually warm, but today she's very cold.
She's really cold.
Hey, what's up, JC? We still do MG. We just, it's the end of the show. Yes, Phil, we've officially killed Phil. I think.
We gotta stop talking about it.
Shotgun one of those Hulk Hogan Real American beers.
Listen, I got her special upgrade. This is a heated vagina. You gotta see this. It's like, what?
It's full silicone.
Oh.
It's supple.
Nice.
Dude, what are you talking about? This is disgusting. Wait a second. No, it's real.
Oh, we're losing Jesse too. Oh God, I just closed it out. The rest of them weren't even worth it after that.
Oh, God.
You can't, certain things you can't top.
I can't breathe.
It's over.
We might walk and talk or headed to the doll factory.
Talking to this guy, it's ridiculous, man. Like, God.
I closed out of it.
She doesn't get along. She doesn't get along with my mother. Like,
oh yeah,
MG.
You know damn well it would, MG.
I'd slide it on there.
Oh hell yeah! No, Jesse would always have the baseball cap on her.
Yeah, dress her up as Batgirl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jay. Thank God this happened at the very end. Not at the beginning.
Topper.
Yeah. Yeah, the Zod and Jester Tester show going to be very interesting.
Oh yeah, that's going to be good. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now we're gonna actually interview guys that collect these dolls.
Collect these, yes.
Guys,
we're gonna have a deep dive into their brain.
Love to hear him try to explain himself and rationalize this. You know?
So explain how you met Betsy. Explain what the process was.
Yeah, we're gonna do it serious at first.
I don't get it. I don't understand, Ralphie.
Oh man.
NC-17.
Oh,
yeah, this
that'll be the name of the show. That'll be the name of the show. NC-17.
Yeah, that would be good.
Hey, what's up, Garage Gamer? If you're wondering why we're all laughing like buffoons here.
Yeah, Garage Gamer, you missed it.
Yeah, go back about 10 minutes.
This weird guy named Tom.
Tom, yeah.
Yeah, go back to Tom.
Tom really outdid himself. And there's a reason why he likes Miracle Whip. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't miss it. Yeah, you did.
Angie.
Well, I had to show it. It was funny. I didn't expect it to be that funny.
At least it's not a blow up doll collection. It could have been worse.
Oh, you know damn well there's those out there too. Somebody has one of them. Just look at the Guinness Book. Apparently they award records to everything. Don't worry about rewatching it.
No.
If you do, just stop it at about the 45-minute to 1 hour mark.
If it's still on the air by the time you get to see it.
Yeah, if you are sensitive to that kind of things, or if you blush easily.
Mike gets a little squeamish when you know. after a while, it's like, yo,
you got to let it go. You got to let it organically happen.
Yeah, it's gotta grow.
From the booger guy to Tom.
Yeah, to Tom. Yeah.
If you guys all don't feel better about whatever money you've spent on your collections, by now you should.
Tom has another collection though. He has another collection because of all the dolls he has. He has a lubricant collection.
Oh my god!
Yeah, well, that's a whole.
He's got.
Alrighty then.
He's got like all the different brands and different styles, like the heating ones, the cooling ones. He's got all these different types.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would have.
Mike.
How are you keeping it together, Mike?
Guys, there's not a lot in this world that phases me.
No,
I
know we try to keep it a family show, Mike, but it kind of sometimes it just takes
goes off the rails.
It takes a life of its own.
Believe me, if I wasn't totally okay with it,
yeah,
I would have had my
pulled the plug,
fire alarm or something.
Oh man,
it'd be cool to get one of those dolls now that they talk and walk, and get one of them on the show.
Context.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick short of all you guys laughing. Yeah, completely out of context. This is not suitable for Adventures with Dylan, and he's back there on the couch, and thank God he can't hear anything and has no clue. So I'm trying to watch what I say, but
you have seen, right? The Japanese are making animatronic love dolls.
Oh yeah,
they're coming.
Yeah, I have.
Yep.
Totally watching the replay and contacting Tom. He would probably be very proud to show you his collection.
Yes, I think he would.
Very.
I mean, have you ever seen any interviews with these real doll guys? They are.
I have not.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
I have a tip for you, KFB. Just keep your back to the exit wall if you go check them out.
If he says, "Here, would you like a drink?"
Come closer.
Thanks. Not thirsty.
Head on out.
I'm not thirsty. No, I don't want to drink. No, thank you. Don't mind the fizz. Thanks, bud.
It's more expensive than a one-up collection, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's got to buy clothes and wigs
But the $1 million question is, will they hold their value?
Clothes and wigs.
That's a good question.
Do they hold their value like the one up?
You can actually get them with like real hair and stuff. With like human.
The good-looking ones will hold their value.
Clothes and wigs.
Nice,
I mean,
nice.
they age too, just like we all
yeah.
This lady said 3 working offices.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
Tom spent a lot of money on Valentine's Day. I mean,
He sure did. I feel sorry for him.
He was like,
Use my peanut on this chair.
All right, guys. Well, we have a lurker here, so I should probably
Yep.
should probably get it all wrapped up. And no, not talking about that. Okay. Come on. We got to get our minds out of it.
well, that's what Tom does sometimes.
Yeah, he does.
Well,
When
we
he's
have one of
not
those dogs.
buying wigs.
I don't need to. Guys, this was an interesting one for sure.
Yeah.
But a lot of fun.
Oh, her hair is so beautiful, Tom. Which one?
Yeah. She
Phil, you asked how I can hold it together. Believe me, I knew what I was getting into if I would have even had the hint that I'm like, I don't want this to go down this road. I wouldn't
What's
even.
her name, Tom? The one on the left. What's her name?
She's a keeper, Tom. That's a trophy wife right there.
It was a hell of a 40th episode then, huh?
Yeah, that was a good 40. Yeah.
Can only imagine what
We've done almost
or 100.
we've done almost as many episodes as Tom has dolls.
Yes, almost.
We should be very happy. We're almost there, Tom.
Yeah, it depends on if it's Shaquille O'Neal. It's useless.
Yeah, that's gone.
Yep,
that's torn up. That's been brutalized.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. There you go, Ralphie. Hey. Well, boys, this was a good one. I had a lot of good laughs. I am. My sides hurt from laughing.
Yeah, it was good. I hope everyone else enjoyed it.
I hope you did too. Yeah, I think they did.
I hope we didn't disgust you in any way.
No. But yeah, appreciate everybody for stopping out, and we will be back in 2 weeks. Phil, are you streaming tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna do a Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
Shout out to Tom.
And,
maybe Tom no bringing up Tom tonight.
You're a hero, Tom. You're a hero.
His YouTube handle is Tom the Love Dog Guy.
oh my God. The Love Dog Guy.
All right, guys. We'll see you 2 Saturdays from now.
Yes.
We'll try to keep it on the rails, but it's not how we roll usually.
I stand in salute of Tom. Good job, guys.
Tom.
Good job.
See you guys. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.